Yo, Elistar the Altruist, Jar Jar Winks, AET Gaming, The Romantic Avocado, Grand Admiral Thrawn, welcome. Amber Courtney, hello there. D2 Battle Droid, and Weedek. You ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? That's what he's about to ask Yadi. I went into Battlefront 2 and I grabbed some background footage. I'm gonna put Palpatine and Yadi Mundi chilling with Battle of Geonosis going on in the background. How's everyone doing? What'd you have for lunch? I don't know. What time is it? What time is it where you are? Oxygen. Whooper had oxygen for lunch. Hope you enjoyed it. EA abandoned Star Wars Battlefront 2? Yes, they did, unfortunately. They have Star Wars Battlefront 2, and there's no new Gunray, and there's no Kiadi Mundi. There's no Mace Windu. How would you... It's sometimes unfathomable to me that somebody can make a Star Wars game centered around the Clone Wars and they don't have mainstream Clone Wars characters. There's no Ahsoka, no Mace Windu, no Kiadi Mundi. There's no new Gunray, no Padme. That's insane. They spent millions of dollars making this. Like, at the very least, you could have some of the same characters just with different skins. And they have the same abilities, but, you know, different voice lines. It's just so nuts. I feel like Where are the big bugs? Like, they could have had, you know, there could have been, and they should have had Jar Jar Binks. They should have had Gungans. They have Naboo. They have Theed, but they have no Gungan characters. The side with the clones should be able to play like Gungan characters. There's no Buzz droids. Not Buzz droids. Magna Guards. I always think of them as buzz droids because their stabs make that buzz sound. But yeah, there's no buzz droids either. Should be able to play as a tiny little buzz droid. And there's no R2-D2 either. You get to play as BB-8, but not R2-D2. Why? That's wrong. There's no Poe Dameron. They have sequel stuff, but they don't even have Poe Dameron as a character, a playable character. You can play Finn, but All it would take is just take the exact same like ability, like programmed abilities, and from like Han Solo or Lando, and just slap Poe Dameron, like the skin of Poe Dameron skin on them, and then just name it Poe Dameron. Like at the very least, they could have done something really lazy like that. But instead, you don't even have them at all. They don't have old Han Solo either for the sequels. They should have had old Han. You should have been able to play as old Han Solo. Old Luke Skywalker. There's no Luke Skywalker in the sequel stuff either. They should have an old grumpy Luke Skywalker that is playable. Maybe maybe Ghost Yoda. Maybe Ghost Yoda. You can call lightning, one of his special ability. You can call lightning down from the sky. It doesn't matter that Poe is playable in Starfighters. You can't use him on the ground. He does things on the ground too. He has that blue laser gun. It's just wrong. Wrong. Jar Jar, what are we doing today? It's the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise, except it's on Geonosis and with Kiadi Mundi. There's no Asajj Ventress. There's no Asajj Ventress. There's no Darth Maul. I mean, well, there is Darth Maul, but not like the Clone Wars Darth Maul. Like they could have easily added with the other metal legs. Clone Wars Darth Maul with a single lightsaber instead of a double lightsaber. Geonosians as well. That's another thing. They could have had the bugs. They didn't have any bugs for Geonosis. I feel like this shouldn't be too complicated. Like the game is already made. You just have to add some cosmetics. Battlefront 2 remake didn't have the Magna Guards. Luckily, it had environmental clutter, so it was not all bad. They don't have Darth Maul with the metal leg. Criminal. No Savage Opress. They should have Clone Wars. Oh. That might look a little weird. Clone Wars Dooku. A sharper looking Dooku. No Plo Koon. You know how cool it would have been to have Plo Koon in Battlefront 2 and have like the yellow lightning effect, so you could shoot yellow force lightning at people. Yes, I mean Savage was basically Maul 2.0, but some of his abilities could be a little bit different. He could be tankier like Vader is, and a little bit slower. No Kit Fisto. No Kit Fisto. That's wrong. Why is there no Kit Fisto? Disappointing. Dude, what else? There's just so much stuff. There are so many things. Yeah, the Carnage says I want to play as Yarrow Poof. That would have been amazing. Or Yaddle. But where is Yaddle? Didn't she have like a Force Lightning ability too? You have the Force Lightning ability that basically you could fire it at enemy heroes and it would disable their Force abilities because it cuts them off from the dark side of the Force. Yeah, but again, like they could have had a Nuke Gunray, and he wouldn't be that strong like in battle, but he would have a bunch of those AoE abilities that boost the morale of the droids and stuff. So all of his abilities, he can make the droids more powerful around him. I just don't get like these larger companies could easily pay people that have a passion for Star Wars. Like you could take people that like Star Wars modders and you could pay them. They're doing the work for free. You could pay them literally like $10,000 and they would do a lot more work than that. So cheap. So easy. We could have had Mother Talzin and zombies. Imagine if you got to play as what kind of abilities would the zombie Night Sisters have? You get to play as the zombie Night Sisters, and if you get enough of the battle points, then you can upgrade to Mother Talzin. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? That's right. I can't believe nobody's been talking about what about the droid attack on the Wookiees? How come nobody says anything about that? Like the biggest, most obvious conspiracy in the entire world. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? But nobody wants to talk about it. If you try to talk about the droid attack on the Wookiees, they ban you. They take away your bank account. If you try to talk about the droid attack on the Wookiees, they censor you. It's the most important issue of our day. Droid attack on the Wookiees.
You ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
We could have had an Ewok hunt variation with the Night Sisters being hunted by battle droids. Yeah. Something, anything. EA could have given us something, anything. But instead they chose to give us nothing because they're lazy. And executives just want to put money in their pockets. They don't care about Star Wars. They don't care about delivering to the customers. All they care about is money in their pockets. So they put in bare minimum effort and they say, this is good enough. Customer has given us money. This is good enough. We're not gonna put any more effort in. See you. That's it. And then they do like this. What did they do recently? This whole re-release of the classic Star Wars Battlefront, and it's garbage. That's right. Money, money, money. As they say, money, money. What about the Wookiee attack on the droid? Some would say that's real. I don't think that was just made up propaganda. Aquarius. Sorry, Jar Jar. Busy with the kid. Work today. I only jumped by to say hello. Well, hello there. Hope you're doing well. Enjoy your time with your child. They grow up so fast. Not that I would know anything about that. Except that I was once a kid. One time I was a kid. Hmm. Yeah. The best I could find for for a Palpatine chair. I could have found a better chair. I'm not gonna waste a billion hours for the perfect chair for Palpatine. B2 battle droid. Aquarius as a kid? Yes. Aquarius is the father. Hmm. Aquarius says, thanks for your kind words. I hope Sundays you get to experience that. It's a lot of joy to see them grow up. Yes, someday, maybe 20 years from now, when I'm an older man, when I'm extremely old. I need a council chair. Do with in paint, get council out. Awesome. Okay, get rid of red. Red says this chat seems sussy baka, suspiciously calm. Yeah, people should be a little more erratic. I think people should be saying a lot more crazy stuff. Also, adios, Aquarius. Have a good day. I'll see you around. Ex Cavalier says I'm 24. How is it being 24? Eh, we'll go with that. "24 is a teen?" Yeah. If you're 24, you might as well be a child. Basically. If you're 24 years old, you're practically a little baby. I'm trying to make a chair. I'm trying to make a council chair. We're gonna upscale. We're gonna upscale the chair. This chair right here. Very special. Guys, guess what? MasterCard got declined. That's unfortunate. Declined for what? What did you try to buy? This might be. I don't know if this is even the right angle. Might be the wrong. Work. Yeah. Size. This chair is, I think, the wrong. Part. Might work. Let's see. Wait, what? Carnage says, in all fairness, in the days leading up to what I had a lot of bathroom issues. I'm surprised I haven't died from internal colon bleeding yet. Wow. Thank you for the details. Sounds pretty rough. only took 9 years to find out there's medication you can take for that. 9 years? Eat bread, it's good for your health. Ex-Cavalier, I don't know what part of the world you're from, but if you're having trouble with your digestive system, bread, I don't know if bread would improve your situation. Or milk. If you have an allergy, either probably. Carnage says don't eat bread, it's dangerous. That's probably true. There's the chair. I guess it's the chair after all. By the way, has anyone here seen the story of Momo and Jar Jar? Anyone? Has anyone seen the story of Momo and Jar Jar? If I don't get an answer, we're gonna watch it.
No one ever in their right minds ever wanted to hear the story of Momo and Jar Jar, and you didn't think you wanted to either, and you probably still don't, but I'm going to tell it anyway, because that's why you're here. This is the story of two lonely freaks. Momo was a horror character. Everyone neglected her as she was so hideous. Whenever she tried to make friends, everyone screamed and ran. Jar Jar Binks was the classic comic relief character from the Star Wars prequels who everyone hated. I mean, I thought it was pretty good, not gonna lie. Jar Jar was going through another day of being hated. At least 27 boulders were thrown at him as he was walking back to his abandoned lake when he came across an abandoned playground. So he went and sat on the swings.
Don't
He
hang
looked to his
around
and
those.
saw a girl sitting there. I mean, we all know that this was Momo. That's pretty obvious, right? Jar Jar, being Jar Jar, went up to her and was like, Misa saw you crying. Misa upset too. You're dumb, said Momo, and so they went back to Jar Jar's lake, where Momo had absolutely no scuba gear, and she drowned. When she awoke in the morning, they went off to get the marriage. All the inmates cheered as the new couple left the raft. Should we try to stop them? Asked Officer Timmy. Nah,
Nah,
I don't
I
want
don't
to
want to
touch
touch
that
that
thing,
thing,
said
said
Officer
Officer
Kasim. Momo worked her day job scaring kids as Jar Jar
Scaring
stayed
kids.
home.
Day job scaring kids. Who would pay for that?
After about 6 years, Jar Jar announced something to his wife. Momo,
Momo, we're going
we're
to have
going
a
to have a
baby.
baby. 6 days later, the baby was born. They called
6
him
days later.
Moto Moto. Moto Moto was the most hideous creature anyone had ever seen. At least 400 landmines had been placed
400
around
landmines.
the playpen outside the lake, but none of them managed to kill the the hideous creature. One day, Momo cried out the most hideous scream. Jar Jar, who was busy playing Grand Theft Auto 3 at the time, didn't hear it, so Momo stabbed him with a plastic fork, and they went to find Moto Moto. Unfortunately for them, the Russian military had gotten there first, and they went
This story was
and
way
picked
ahead
up
of its
Moto
time.
Moto and dropped him into Africa. Unfortunately, he survived the fall, killing at least 20 zebras, which is where he remains to this day. The military came up to
Proper
Momo
way
and
to
Jar Jar
pronounce
and
zebras.
apologized to them for making them feel like outcasts their whole lives, and told them they had a wonderful surprise for them. Hop aboard the helicopter, instructed Officer Kasim. First, they flew over a chemical waste field where Timmy pushed Momo out. Why you sir do this? We sir did nothing.
Why you
Me sir
should do
upset
this?
now. Then they flew over China and dropped Jar Jar into
Why
a
you
labor
should
camp,
do this?
and everyone lived happily ever after. The end.
Oh boy.
Good job.
Master Jar Jar.
You have interfered with our affairs for the last time. Surely you can do better.
Misa hate me crunching. That's the last thing Misa want.
I've become more powerful than any Sith. Even you. It is obvious that this contest cannot be decided by our knowledge of the Force,
But by our skills with a
but
lollipop.
by our skills with a lollipop. I've become more powerful than any Sith. Even you.
My curry, bitch ferret.
We got 2 for 1. Story of Momo and Jar Jar, and the story of Count Dooku's defeat at hand of Jar Jar. Faith Eclipse. How's it going? cavities on a stick. That's right. Lucker Awakens Son. Momo. Yes. Mom and Jar Lollipop Story. I plan on remaking the Momo and Jar Jar. Momo was terrifying. Momo and Jar Jar love story. It's gonna be. Just wait till I animate it. Wait till I find a new appreciation for it. Why is loading so slow? Ever since iPhone updated, the keyboard I can't type right. It's awful. Yeah. Well, that's what you get for buying an iPhone in the first place, right? Here, iPhone users thought they were better than Android users, but it turns out the iPhone is just an inferior piece of technology. As it turns out, iPhone's not that amazing. Bane sends a big super chat, $2. Thank you very much. I'm here to contribute my tri-yearly $2. Thank you very much, Bane. I appreciate it. It's donations like yours that help to keep Jar Jar Studios Plus rolling along. Jar Jar Studios Plus is alive and well because of people like you, Bane. Thank you very much. Everybody else should thank I'm extending the seat. It doesn't really look that. Kind of a garbage looking council chair, but dark, dark. I guess that's about as good as the chair. It's a me, Jar Jar. Yeah, Mario voice. New Star Wars movie is being filmed in Madeira Island, Portugal. Hmm. Yes, Darth Jar Jar will return. Matter of time. George Lucas will probably tell him to bring him back. I heard they were bringing George Lucas back, so he'll probably be like, "I told you in the beginning, Jar Jar was the key to all of it, and you didn't listen. And so now it's time to do what you should have done this whole time." Go, I must. Good relations with the Portuguese I have. What about the droid attack on the Portuguese? What are they even gonna do with this next Star Wars? I wonder if they're gonna try and just do lots of prequel stuff. 'Cause in their minds, they'll be like, well, this will make them work. We just had lots of prequel stuff. Then people will like it. How do we get people to like the stuff that we make?
You ever hear the wise?
Joao Gaming says, see you, Jar Jar. Adios. I went and watched the trailer for X. I can see why people are mad. Trailer for X? What trailer for X? Fuck.
You ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? No, I thought. I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. It's a Sith legend. It's a Sith legend. A Sith legend. I thought not. It's not not. It's a not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you.
Bullet Grievous loading. Yeah, it is. I don't know what the deal is right now, but everything's loading very slowly. This is a fresh project too. I don't have a lot of stuff loaded in here, so why it's so slow.
It's a Sith legend.
Pointless production says Darth Binks. It's a Sith leg. Yes.
You ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I thought not.
What's happening on the scene? It's the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise, but it's on Geonosis with Ki-Adi-Mundi instead. That's what's going. Grievous. I'm sending you to the Mustafar system on the Outer Rim. You will be safe there. Thank you. Glad you're working so hard to keep us safe.
Most important.
Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennium. Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennium.
It's a Sith legend.
X-Cavalier says, I personally consider the best version of General Grievous the 2003 version. Hey, be careful with that. Because if 2003 version is the best Grievous, then also 2003 Mace Windu is also the best version as well. And 2003 Mace Windu could... All it took was one Force ability and General Grievous was crushed. That was it. And he fought off, 1,000 super battle droids all by himself with his fist? Some people, they're a fan of General Grievous being more powerful, but they forget that they don't want the heat when it comes to dealing with Mace Windu.
Impossible. The Sith.
It's a Sith legend.
Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennia.
It's it, it,
The Rusty Nail X says, I love that when you did the new Gunray Minecraft. Very funny stuff. Thank you very much. There's more Minecraft stuff to come.
it,
Loading, 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 loading.
it's a Sith legend.
Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennia.
Bullet Grievous says, it's crazy to think some minutes of video take hours to make. Yeah, and this one would be moving along faster if it wasn't for... I gotta check my task manager and see what's zapping away my CPU right now. Because it shouldn't be loading this slow. It should be going fast. I don't know what the heck is going on. Damn. The Film Express is taking up 72% of the memory. Okay, so it's just Film Express, I guess. Microsoft Edge is running for no reason. Thank you, Microsoft. See what else continuing to run for no reason at all. Alright, I think that, that looks... Issue with Brave browser. Brave browser does take up quite a bit of memory, but I kind of have to have it open for... I wonder if removing one of the tabs will help. Early. All right, well, that's better. It's half of what it was using before. OBS has been kind of messed up lately too. I'm not a tech guy, but maybe you don't have great internet. Well, it's a combination of I don't have the best internet, and sometimes because the computer is what creates the information that's going to be transmitted to the internet. And so if the computer is running slow, then it makes it seem like the stream is running slow. Regardless of however the internet is working. The internet could be amazing, but if the computer's running slow, it's going to make the stream lag anyway, because the CPU is what is required to transmit the information to the internet in the first place. So, I just need a new computer, that's all. And I have a new computer, actually. I just gotta get it set up and I gotta get all the stuff installed on it.
Possible. The Sith.
I think it's loading, but better now. We'll see.
Have been extinct for a millennium.
You ever hear the tragedy?
Where did everyone go? Ex-Cavalier is still here. That's all that matters. As long as Ex-Cavalier is here, everything is going to be okay.
Of Darth Plagueis the Wise. I thought not. It's a Sith legend.
Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennium.
Donor. Hello. I need a head turn. Zombie N8. Hello. Green Boy is here. Welcome. How you doing, zombie? Ola Grievous says, nice music. Thank you. I didn't make it though. The music it's in the description. It's by a guy named Kel, I think. Yeah, go check out his channel. Subscribe. He lets people use the music for free, as long as they give credit.
Darth Plagueis. The dark Lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the midi-chlorians to create life. Dark Lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could Darth Plagueis, the Dark Lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the midi-chlorians to create life.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
What about the droid attack on the Wookiee? That's what Yeti Mooney's working up to. That's what he's gonna.
And draw out the Queen's attacker. Dwell on your mother.
Da- da-
You know what? I just thought of something. We could use the Force to influence the midichlorians. You could use the Force to influence. Then Yeti Mooney is gonna interrupt him. You could use the Force to influence your mother. Yeti Mooney have nasty dick the entire time.
Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the midi-chlorians.
Dwell on your mother. Dwell on your mother. On your mother. On your mother. On your mother.
Too much. Bullet Grievous says, as much as I would want to watch the whole thing, I'm getting tired now. Have a great day or night, depending on where you are. Bye. Have a nice night, Bullet Grievous. Sleep well. Enjoy the day. This video, since I got all the green screens done already, I want to say this video is probably done either today or definitely. Well, not definitely, but most likely.
Influence
Your mother. Your mother.
wise. He could use the Force to influence
Your mother.
He's gonna look over it like this.
He could actually save people from death.
Darks.
Influence the midichlorian.
Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the
Your mother.
Perfect. Coming along. Perfect.
Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennium.
you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I thought not. It's a Sith legend.
Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennia.
Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence
Your mother.
Master Black. Well, well, well. Look who's back. Master Black.
Side of the Force is a He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even keep the ones he cared about.
The Sith have been extinct for a millennia.
Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the
Your mother.
Have you heard that Nintendo went completely mad? Yeah, apparently they're trying to... I saw some video title said they're trying to copyright strike Gary's mod, which I don't know how you would do that, because I'm pretty sure Gary's mod is something that people are allowed to manipulate themselves. So like if they add Nintendo characters, it's not yeah, exactly. They attack Gmod community, destroying every single Nintendo related add-on that has ever been made for the past 20 years. Yeah. I don't know what the deal is with like Nintendo doing stuff like that. It doesn't cut into any of their games. In fact, the only reason why people make the Nintendo mods in the first place is because people like the Nintendo game. So, realistically, this is not a copyright issue, because there's nothing about Gmod having Nintendo mods that hurts Nintendo in any way. It doesn't take away from Nintendo's profit. Yeah. It's crazy. Like, if Nintendo cares about, if they care about like their customer base of people that like Nintendo games, why wouldn't you just leave people alone? If they want to mod Nintendo into other games that they're playing, or Gmod, then wouldn't that be to your benefit? Because they're making memes about Nintendo because they like it. It, kind of adds to the popularity of it. But like, to just eliminate everything Nintendo related that isn't official Nintendo product, I think it's just stupid, like business wise. I mean, because then people will just make mods for other games and franchises that we like instead. Yeah, Nintendo is messed up. Nintendo needs some help.
From dying. Some knowledge of the dark side, he could even keep the ones he had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even keep the ones he cared about. even
draw out the Queen's attacker. And draw out the Queen's attacker.
he had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even
Draw out the Queen's attacker.
People made a junkyard map and then added a signed Nintendo office. That's what they should do. People need to speak up. Tell Nintendo they're crazy.
He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even Darth Plagueis was the Dark Lord of the Force.
Master Black coming back in a people cat. Do it.
draw out the Queen's attack.
Keep the ones he cared about from dying.
He could actually save people from death.
Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then his apprentice killed him in his sleep.
Don't listen, Annie. Oh, Aquarius is back. How's it going?
He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even
Draw out the Queen's attacker.
Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even
Draw out the Queen's attacker.
Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then his apprentice killed him in his sleep. He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even
Draw out.
Oh, Aquarius. Doing good. How has it been so far? What's the new video about? New video is about Darth Plagueis the Wise. It's the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise, but it's on Geonosis and it's with Mundi. And Mundi is gonna keep interrupting Palpatine while he's speaking.
He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even
Draw out the Queen's attacker.
Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then his he knew.
Your mother.
Then
Your mother.
Francis killed him in his sleep. He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even
Draw out the Queen's attacker.
Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then
Your mother.
Francis killed him in his sleep.
Aquarius says, amazing idea, although I am impatient to see how Mundi will be interrupting always. That's gonna be the main draw of the video, hopefully.
He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even
Draw out the Queen's attacker.
Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then
Your mother.
Francis killed him in his sleep. He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even
Draw out the Queen's attacker.
Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then
Your mother.
the apprentice killed him in his sleep. It's ironic. He could save others from death, but not himself. But not himself.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Faith Eclipsabeth says Palps is such a groom. That's what he does. That's what you gotta do. You gotta groom to convert people to the dark side of the Force. You gotta ease them into. How else are you gonna get people to turn to the dark side? You gotta tell them little stories. Tell them they can save their wife, their children. They only you turn to the dark side, and you can save everybody that you love. I promised you power.
He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even
Draw out the Queen's attacker.
Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then
Your mother.
the apprentice killed him in his sleep. He taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then
Your
the
mother.
apprentice killed him in his sleep. You ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I thought not. It's a Sith legend.
Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennia.
Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the
Your mother.
He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even
Draw out the Queen's attacker.
Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then
Your
the
mother.
apprentice killed him in his sleep. You ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I thought not. It's a Sith legend.
Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennia.
Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the
Your mother.
He had such a knowledge of the
that's been extinct for millennia.
Your mother.
sleep. Then
Your mother.
He knew. Then
Your mother.
Loading, loading, loading.
he had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even
Draw out the Queen's attacker.
He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even
Draw out the Queen's attacker.
Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then
Your mother.
Jumps in land speeder and glides away. Yeah.
you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I thought not. It's a Sith legend.
Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennium.
Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the...
Your mother.
Online gone, carry on. So you've been watching the Alfox videos? I forgot. Is that his name? Altrox? Alfox? I've been seeing those pop up all over the place.
you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I thought not. It's a Sith legend.
Impossible. The Sith have been extinct for a millennium.
Darth Plagueis was the Dark Lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence
Your mother.
He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even
Draw out the Queen's attacker.
Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then
Your mother.
John Murphy Kelly says hello. Hello. Cornerstone Worship Tutorials says, hi guys. Hello. Hello, welcome to the channel.
ironic. He could save others from death, but not Ironic. He could save others from death, but not himself.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? What about the droid attack on the Wookiees?
It's ironic. You could save others from
A romantic avocado. Dude, you still streaming? Yeah. Stream's almost over though. I think the video's almost over too. I'm probably not gonna finish it today, but I'm gonna do some finishing touches tomorrow.
It's ironic. You could save others from death, but not him. He had such a knowledge of the dark side, he could even
Draw out the Queen's attacker.
Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. Then
Your mother.
Darth Plagueis was a dark lord of the Sith, so powerful and so wise, he could use the Force to influence the
Your mother.
It's ironic. You could save others from death, but not
Your mother.
Jimmy Pringle, you mama, you mama. Yeah, pretty much. That's all Caddy Money knows how to say. That's the only line I have. The only line I have.
It's ironic. You could save others from death, but not
Your mother.
death. It's ironic. You could save others from death, but not
Your mother.
Ben B. Dark Dragon says, sorry I'm late. You better be sorry you're late. What's going on, Ben?
It's ironic. You could save others from death. But not
Your mother.
It's ironic. You could save others from death, but not
Your mother.
Ed E. Mundi. Imagine having a huge head and no brains.
It's ironic. You could save others from death, but not
Your mother.
All right. That's the end of the stream for today. Thank you all for watching. This video will probably be done by tomorrow, I think. Big shout out to our paying members. Big shout out to all of our members, but most especially to Super Count Tuku and Aquarius for their gifting of all the memberships recently. And also to our first member, Jessica W, Open Songs. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you to our moderator, Beat Battle Droid, which I think he's not here right now. So thanks for not being here. Anyway, have a nice night, and I think I'll probably see you tomorrow. Adios.